We think we know how the world works, we trust our governments, we believe in freedom. But what if everything we thought we knew was a lie? What if a silent, invisible threat was already here? This isn't science fiction, it's the terrifying reality of nanotechnology and the rise of a secret surveillance state. For years, whispers have circulated about the development of microscopic technologies, so small they operate beyond the perception of our senses. Technologies with the power to monitor, manipulate, and even control us without us ever knowing. This isn't paranoia, this is the age of nanotechnology, and it's happening right now. Imagine a world blanketed by an invisible web of sensors constantly collecting data, analyzing your every move, your every word, even your every thought. This is the potential of nanotechnology in the wrong hands, a nightmare scenario where freedom is eroded and autonomy becomes a distant memory. The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight. It's time to open your eyes to the invisible world of nanotechnology and the terrifying future it holds if we don't act now. The tools of this nanosurveillance state are as insidious as they are invisible. Nanodust, particles so small they float unseen in the air, capable of recording audio and video, even transmitting your location. Smart fog, a dense mist of nanosensors blanketing entire areas, monitoring movement, and even detecting emotions through subtle changes in your body chemistry. And then there are the nanobots. These microscopic robots, smaller than a blood cell, can travel through your bloodstream, cross the blood-brain barrier, and even interact with your neurons. Imagine the implications, your thoughts, your memories, your very essence, potentially accessible and even controllable by external forces. It's like something out of a dystopian nightmare, but this technology isn't some far-off fantasy. It's real, and it's being developed and deployed right now, often under the guise of national security or technological advancement. But at what cost? We are being watched, analyzed, and manipulated on a microscopic level, and most people are completely unaware. This is the terrifying truth about the nanosurveillance state. It's time to wake up and realize the danger we're in. The scariest thing about nanosurveillance isn't just the technology itself, it's how easily it can be deployed without our knowledge or consent. This isn't about cameras on street corners or government agents tapping your phone. This is about insidious, invisible contamination. Think about the chemtrails conspiracy theories. What if they're not so crazy after all? What if those long, lingering trails in the sky are actually releasing nanoparticles into the atmosphere, particles we then inhale and ingest? It sounds far-fetched, but is it really that much of a stretch? Then there are the vaccines we readily accept, the food we consume, the water we drink. What if these everyday necessities are being used as vectors for nanobots? Imagine a world where taking care of your health could mean unwittingly surrendering your autonomy to microscopic spies. It's a chilling thought, but it highlights the insidious nature of nanosurveillance. It can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time, a silent invasion of our bodies and minds, all under the guise of progress and protection. Imagine a material that can change its shape, adapt to its environment, and even self-replicate. This is the potential of active polymorphic material, a substance straight out of a science fiction horror movie. This isn't just about surveillance anymore. It's about control, a material that can infiltrate any system, any organism, even our bodies. Imagine this material entering your bloodstream, interfacing with your neural pathways. The possibilities are both fascinating and terrifying. Medical advancements, targeted drug delivery, even tissue regeneration. But also the potential for mind control and extreme surveillance. This is the double-edged sword of nanotechnology, progress intertwined with the threat of destruction. With active polymorphic material, that threat reaches a new level. If active polymorphic material represents the building blocks of a nano-nightmare, then Claytronics takes it a step further. Imagine a world where matter itself becomes programmable, where objects can morph and reform on command, creating anything from everyday tools to complex, self-aware entities. But what happens when this technology falls into the wrong hands? Imagine self-replicating swarms of nanobots, able to take on any form, infiltrate any system, and carry out any command. This is the dystopian potential of Claytronics, a world where the line between reality and simulation blurs, and where the very fabric of our existence could be manipulated at will. The ultimate goal of any surveillance state is control, and with nanotechnology, that control takes on a whole new level of terrifying intimacy. We're not just talking about monitoring your movements or listening to your conversations, we're talking about the potential for mind control, for manipulating your thoughts, emotions, and even your very perception of reality. Imagine a world where your every decision, every desire, every belief is subtly influenced by microscopic machines operating within your brain. Free will becomes meaningless, replaced by a carefully curated illusion of choice orchestrated by unseen puppet masters. This isn't science fiction. This is the terrifying potential of nanotechnology in the wrong hands. With the ability to interface directly with our brains, to release chemicals, stimulate neurons, and even rewrite neural pathways, the line between our thoughts and the will of others becomes terrifyingly blurred. This is the death of freedom, the ultimate violation of our humanity, and it's a threat we must be prepared to confront. The future of our minds, our autonomy, and our very souls may depend on it. The picture I've painted may seem bleak, but I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to wake you up. The threat of nanosurveillance is real, but it's not insurmountable. We can resist, we can fight back, we can reclaim our freedom and our future. The first step is awareness. We need to educate ourselves and others about the dangers of nanotechnology in the wrong hands. We need to demand transparency from our governments and accountability from those developing these technologies. We need to support organizations and individuals working to expose the truth about nanosurveillance and advocate for ethical and responsible development of these powerful tools. We need to be vigilant, watchful, and always questioning. This isn't about paranoia. This is about protecting our humanity. The future is not yet written. We have a choice to make. We can either passively accept a future of constant surveillance and control, or we can fight for a future where freedom, autonomy, and individual liberty are paramount. The choice is ours. Choose wisely.